Hello peeps, this is the Shimano Caius. I've had this for 6 months and I did a review on it 6 months ago, and in that review I said in about a month's time I'll check back on it, see how the gears are going, see how well it's held up over the last month of me fishing it. But long story short, I kind of forgot, and this is it after 6 months. It is held up pretty well, but let me go into more detail with it. So basically I've left it out in the rain like for weeks on end, just sitting out in our carport. I've left it, when we were fishing the tide came in and it was like fully submerged in the Brisbane River, which is like real bad. It's probably radioactive in there. Let me tell you, it's pretty good. It's not as smooth as I first got it, obviously. That's what happens with all reels. I mean, it's been in water, but it's still holding up amazingly. Now let's go in detail. Let's just quickly have a look at the braking system, the centrifugal braking system. And in the last review I said these could wear out after time because they're actually physically like rubbing against something. Like just think of brake pads on a bike or brake pads on a car. It's actually physically rubbing. But upon looking at them, not a single bit. They still look brand new. Just they are a bit delicate when you take them on and off. You just got to be careful how you do that. The door here has loosened up a bit because when I set it, it was a bit tight, but it has definitely loosened up a bit. It's got a few scratches on top. That's fair. It's always going to happen, you know, fishing this regularly with it. Handles and all that still hold up great. Well, the ball bearings are a little rough. It's not like clunk. It's just like you can slightly feel that they're rough towards the end of the spin. Does this affect me? No. Now, we were going to pull this apart, take a look at the gears, see how it is, but there's honestly not that much difference to when I first got it. Other than, of course, the line is very frayed. Shut up. Yeah, everything about this is still amazing. In freestyle mode, let's see how long it spins for. Still just pure amazingness. This is like non-sponsored. So some of the other reels like Cast King and all that, they advertise it as like all these ball bearings, like 20 ball bearings. Well, that's exaggeration, obviously.
Actually, just gonna pop in a frame like a Ronnie always does. Am I exposed correctly? Because I'm a lot darker than everyone else, if you haven't noticed that already. Well, it's the fact that Caius is simple. For $100, all you're getting is a reel.
115.
150. Well, it's like
On sale.
100. For 100, I'm just gonna say $100. Okay, $100. You're getting a reel with I think 2 ball bearings, and that's it. All those reels like castings and all that, they literally advertise them as having 20 plus ball bearings. Now the Caius is gonna have 2 amazing ball bearings, and the casting is gonna have 20 very crappy ball bearings, and they're probably gonna wear out within a day. But this, on the other hand, maybe like just rack focus to this so it just looks sick. On the other hand, is gonna last you, well, it's lasted him 6 months. I've had my reel for nearly a year now. Actually, a year now.
And he fishes with it like every day.
Yeah, that is my everyday reel. I abuse it to death. It's covered in scratches. There is not a single part of that reel that is the cane. I'm talking about the cane. That isn't covered in scratches. So, to summarize that, basically, you don't have to, if you put a spec sheet side by side of this reel and a $50 Cast reel, or maybe $40, US conversions would be like $30 or something, you would obviously choose, Cast is like an 8:3:1 gear ratio, like all this fancy stuff. This has a 6:3:1 gear ratio, and like, even though spec sheet says this isn't as fancy as those ones, it's just the other ones like Cast King, they're just gonna wear out really fast. And you gotta watch out on the YouTube reviews on it, because they'll say really good stuff, but one, that'll be like because they've tested like 1 day of fishing with it, and 2, because they're sponsored, even though they may not mention that they're sponsored. Like Cast King will say, can you only say positive stuff about this design? I just love, even like the angled free spool button. It's like, it's very just chunky ergonomic, small, fits in your palm. The only annoying thing is in Australia,
from all I could say, all I could see off of like BCF and what's the one we get it from?
Angler's Warehouse. If you're
Angler's
ever buying
Warehouse.
some fishing gear,
They
buy it from
only
Angler's Warehouse.
have- They
That's
only
left-hand wind.
have
Right-hand wind.
right-hand wind. They don't have left-hand wind. So if you're a left-hand winder,
Oh, we're gonna have to make a video about that soon. Why left-hand wind is actually right for someone who's right-handed. That was a lot of lefts and rights.
but
in there.
I've gotten used to this, so I'm all good with that. But some people wouldn't, so that's
Like
why
me.
I'm only giving it a 9 out of 10.
And obviously, if you're really looking to be serious about fishing, you probably you probably want a reel with an aluminium frame. This has got a cheap plastic graphite. It's not plastic, but it's got a cheap graphite frame, and it's, like it does bend. It bends. The Canon and the Caius have pretty much the exact same body, and the Canon bends. It literally, like, when you're setting the hook hard, it will bend. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you later. I'm gonna do the classic Rony punch. 3, 2, 1, boom.